Okay.
Chiara Margherita Cozzolani was a known composer, and she was known for many different music styles and genres. And she was born on November 27th, 1602 in Milan, Italy. She later died in April 1678. Some of Cozzolani's most popular influential works are Primavera di Fiori Musicali, which was made in Milan in 1640. Another one she's made is Concerti Sacri, which is made in Venice in 1642. Scherzi di Sacra Melodia was made in Venice in 1648. Those three were her three most famous. Those were more of like the time period where she was more famous for her music, but her most impactful was called Salmi e Atto, which was made in Venice in 1648, which was one of her last works, and it started up a whole new genre of music, which became super popular almost 4 years after. And Chiara Cozzolani was mainly known for her impact within the Baroque era. She was impacted by where she lived. Sacred music had blown up in Italy, took the world by storm. And she was a big representative for the sacred music because of her job, which was living in a nun house. And she was known to be a leader over most of them, and someone that they could look up to. And she was a composer living in Milan, Italy. Cozzolani was known for switching modes and her extreme use of sequences within her songs. And Cozzolani wasn't known to set any trends, but she was known for some of the most popular and intellectual works. She was well known around in her home country of Italy as a top composer. Cozzolani was not only a successful composer, but she also received the position of prioress and then abbess at Santa Ragonda, which, though she made many impacts in music, she was equally just as well known as her high positions at Santa Ragonda. She ran a house of nuns and was their known leader. She left a great impact on Santa Ragonda, and to this day, when they tore down the house that they all lived at, she received the name for the road that the road was named as, and she received multiple awards while she lived there, and did this all while maintaining her name as a top composer of the Baroque era. Some quotes from Cozzolani include, "The nuns of Santa Radegonda of Milan are gifted with such rare and exquisite talents in music that they are acknowledged to be the best singers of Italy." This was a very known, Cozzolani was very known for her exquisite talents because she brought out a lot of her nuns that she was able to work with, and she made them able to use their rare and exquisite talents to and put them most commonly as singers within her famous songs. And then they wear the Cassinese habits of Saint Benedict, but they seem to any listener to be white and mulatto swans who fill hearts with wonder and spirit away tongues in their praise. Among these sisters, Donna Chiara Margherita Cozzolani merits the highest praise. She received the most highest praise mostly for, though she was a nun leader and she was also a music singer, she was known to do a lot of service, and she was during a time where women weren't treated quite the same as they are now, and she was able to still make a name for herself through all that. And she says, "Chiara in name, but even more so in merit, Margherita for her unusual and excellent nobility of invention." This is a translated quote from the current resident of the nun house at Santa Ragonda, which is now in a different place, but the whole entire building is currently named after her. And then Kozolany did not have any record of playing any instruments, but rather had people perform the music, and she would critique from there. Kozolany used a unique set of skills, so she did not have an exact genre, but more of a mix of many different genres. She used a rare style of music known as the Lombardian style, meaning she had use of refrains and solo motets, and duet and quartet concerti. A lot of those mean, when she talks about refrains and solo motets and duet and quartet concerti, meaning when she did solos, she would use a different style of music, because when she within those solo duets and quartets, so when she would use a single person, she would use different bass, and then in the duet she would use a different brass, and then in the quartet she would use a different percussion. And then Kozolany had a composer help her while she was first starting, but now that information is currently lost. And Kozolany had much information about her lost over the years, but writer Robert Kendrick, who wrote an article in 2002 trying to bring back info, talking on how her musical talents were taught to the nuns she presided over. She was a strong female figure and was asked to back down as a composer many times because of her place in the nun house and of her